what other than property taxes, what do you think is on the horizon for the 90th Texas
Yeah,
legislature?
what's going to consume the most oxygen?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I think certainly property taxes. It'll be kind of unclear to see how that builds out, but I think they're going to. And I'm a little hesitant on how they're going to approach this. I'm increasingly concerned, but data centers, right, will be something. It just AI generally. You know, they had the AI regulation bill, House Bill 149, this last legislative session. We were opposed to that for a multitude of reasons because we think it stifles innovation, but they're probably going to continue to address those sorts of things. The lawmakers that I talk to now, granted, of course, they just got off the campaign trail, so it might be a different conversation afterwards.
Sure.
I've never seen a groundswell of folks wanting to kind of address the regulatory side of the equation. And what I mean by that is, for those that maybe follow the Texas legislative process closely, you would know that there was a DOGE committee in the House, right? And we wrote a pretty scathing review of that. I don't know, this is August of last year. They ended up, if you take all the fiscal notes together for the bills they passed, they ended up increasing government by like $200-something million. But to the credit of the House, they at least had a DOGE committee. The Senate did not. Now, what the kind of on the flip side of that, the Senate had a bill. They had it in both chambers, but the Senate's bill prevailed. Senate Bill 14. To create the Texas Regulatory Efficiency Office. And we were reluctantly in favor of that for a few reasons. One is because we're creating government to review government, right? Kind of seems counterintuitive, but we are cautiously optimistic in that, like, I think, they had 18 full-time employees. A gentleman who was at Texas Public Policy Foundation is actually someone who's leading it now, Jerome Greener, I believe. And that's a wait and see for us. Like, hopefully they come back with recommendations that lawmakers can take and say, yeah, this is duplicative. This doesn't apply anymore, right? We shouldn't have this criminal penalty or whatever. And I think there's an appetite to address that. And the example I'll use here is, I like to tell people when I talk about this issue, most people don't know, but Texas is generally, depending on which study you look at, is ranked number 1 or in the top 5 for the most number of licenses in the United States, right? Like barriers to work. That isn't to say all licensing is bad, right? But these are things lawmakers should look at to say, do we still need this? Or should we maybe take the penalty down or take the cost down or something, right? That's something they should constantly do. They should review for duplicative. And they can use AI, to your point, to do a lot of that, right? That should absolutely be something. And it seems like in conversations I have with lawmakers that they are chomping at the bit to do, understanding that there is a problem that needs to be addressed. And so I'm hopeful for that. I think you'll see things, certainly infrastructure is always going to be, right? We're going to talk about water, we're going to talk about power. Data
centers, that couches inside data centers quite a bit.
Sure.
And so long as they don't start a podcaster's license, I'm okay.
Sure.
So
we'd be opposed to that, by the way, for what it's worth.
I'll do a lot of free lobbying to oppose it.